Welcome to Space World. Let's go.
Hello. So you want to play Rayman 2? Again? Yes, this time I'm doing the PS2 version, renamed Rayman Revolution. I'm kinda doing this as a bit of a redo of my Rayman 2 video. Reasons being, 1, it's pretty long, and 2, I feel like that video got overshadowed, because it was released around the same time when the Rayman 4 prototype leaked. Yeah, thanks Rayman 4! Anyways, I'll give you a recap of my thoughts on Rayman 2. I like it, though not as much as Rayman 1. I thought it was boring, and the story is pretty much the only thing it has going for it. I get why people like it, though calling it the best 3D platform game is a bit of a stretch. It wouldn't matter whether if I was playing the Dreamcast or PC versions, my opinion would still be the same. Although I will say the PS1 version is kind of underrated. Anyways, let's see what the PS2 remake has in store for us. So the cutscenes plays as normal, but now we have voice acting. What's neat about this is that you can go to the options and change the language for voice and text. So you can have everyone speak French and have English text if you want. Anyways, Globox give us our power back. Gross. And he got a strike in HD. Strike! Nice throw! And Rayman still can't remember that he can fly with his hair. Oh wow, this actually looks really nice. This is neat to play around in it. What the heck? Why do I have this weak melee attack? You can't do anything with it. Well, I guess I can make Rayman run around like a maniac, but that's about it. Anyways, we saved the Teensies. It plays the same, but this time the Teensies gives you a power and you can shoot with your fists again. What was even the point of having that weak punch? Well, we're about to experience the biggest change in Rayman Revolution, Hub Worlds. A bit of a nitpick, but I find it odd how the first thing you do is to learn to swim, and you swim under to the other side of the hub. So we can run around the hub, where there is nothing to do, besides collecting a few lumps in some spots. Eventually I found a magic circle, which is used for quick travel to levels you've already beaten, and I found a shop where you can buy upgrades, like charge shots and having your spears bounce off walls. Okay, so this must be that skill tree I've been hearing so much about. Well, I can't afford anything yet, so let's go find a level to go to. Here we go. So the levels pretty much play the same here. Okay, just gotta get the secret. Okay, never mind. Guess I'll save Lee. So we got the grab ring power, and our attack is stronger. So now that we can grab rings, we can go back to the hub and pick which of these levels to do first. I picked the Bayou. Plays the same and, oh hey, it's Bits. What's he doing here? Once Bits is free, we can access the Sanctuary of Water and Ice, and get the first mask. Oh, we'll get to the Marshes of Awakening soon. So back to the hub. Oh, an ambush. Oops. Oh, yo, Clark is beating up those pirates. Okay, let's follow Clark. Alright, we're in the second hub. I found Globox's house, and Ugla is there. I found a well that leads to a cavern. I ran into a squid tentacle. I found pirates guarding a door with some lumps to collect. What was I doing again? Oh, shoot, Clark! Well, I guess we have to head back to the Marshes of Awakening. Right, let's, wait, where's the entrance to the Cave of Bad Dreams? Oh, that's right, they move it at the end of a level. Man, I can't believe I had to play this again just to get to the level I actually need to go. You'd think they would put it somewhere in the hub world, but no. Alright, we're in. Oh wow, this looks completely different than the other versions. Once we have the elixir, we can save Clark and get through the level. Okay, now we gotta save Globox and the whale. There's a part where you have to bring a baby Globox to the well, and to the door where the pirates are at. And he opens the door. Neat. Once we do that, we can get the second mask.
Guess what time it is?
Who said that?
It's time for Hyperness to play his favorite Rayman 2 level!
No, God, please, no! I don't want to go back in there! That level is so boring! Okay, let's get it over with. Oh, there's an area I can't get to because there's a power I don't have yet. Which means at some point I will have to replay this level. Great. After getting the second mask, we have to go find Clark again. And we'll go to the next hub and... Ah, crap, that's right. There's a part where you need to fight a bunch of robot pirates in a shoot 'em up style. And it goes on for a while. this part alone is why I don't replay Revolution. So we meet up with the Teensy, and we're told that we need to destroy 2 generators to get the 3rd mask. Okay, we'll do the precipice. Got that down and wait, this is the 3rd part of the level. Okay, where does this take us? This is the 2nd part of Echoing Caves. Well, eventually we did find one of the generators. After that, we need to save the baby glow boxes in the mines. So I ran to the minecart and... Wait, now we're in Iron Mountains? And once we save Uglet's babies, the baby glow box gives you a rain mask instead of the 4th mask. And this is used to open up blocked areas, and for backtracking, but we'll get to that. So we're doing the precipice again, and part of the Echoing Caves. Let's just destroy a generator already. Now we enter a fort filled with zombie pirates. And we gotta fight the BD tank. And this is the part of the game where I start thinking to myself, am I even playing Rayman 2 anymore? Well, we're on our way to the 3rd mask. Wait, hold up, there's a fuzzy boss we gotta beat. Wow, I completely forgot about him. Probably because he's super easy. Now we just gotta fight Fudge.
I can't fly anymore!
What? Yes you can. You can use your hair at any given moment. Gah, that's it. Play the clip. After that, we gotta save Clark in the Tomb of Ancients. The boss fight is the same, but this time we get an item. Okay, part of Iron Mountains. I wonder how we're gonna get the 4th mask. Whoa, okay, we're going to the sky. And the boss says, man, a 3rd one? Once we beat him, we can get the 4th mask and take on Razorbeard. And they added a cutscene where Rayman saves everyone in the ship. And we're back at the hub? But weren't we just at the ship? Let's just fly back real quick. Now we get to fight Razorbeard. And I think you get the rest. We beat him, ship explodes, Rayman dies, but he actually lives. And whoa, hold up, this is new. What's going on? Whoa, wait, Banjo?
I'm Banjo.
Wait, ah! Well, that was Rayman Revolution. I have mixed feelings about this one. Like, there's things I like, but there's also a lot of stuff I'm not too fond of. The hub world being one of them. It may seem overwhelming at first. Some people think it's too big, but for me, it's not that it's too big. It just feels cramped, and sometimes it can be hard to figure out where you're supposed to go. There's been times where I've accidentally ran into the shop, or Lee's challenge spots, and I had to sit through their texts. And there's not much to do in the hub besides collect a few lums, and most of them are hidden in corners. And levels like Echoing Caves and the Precipice got hit hard in this remake. Echoing Caves removes the secret entrance to the Fairy Glade. I actually like how they were connected in Great Escape. Instead, you have to use the rain mask to enter the other side. Speaking of which, if I recall correctly, I think you only need to use the rain mask once for progression, and the rest is for backtracking. Same for lighting torches, and I could be wrong, but I don't think the game ever tells you when you get this. I got to a point where I'm stuck and a text appears saying I can light torches now. It's not that I don't like backtracking, at least not much in 2D games like Rayman 1, because the levels are at least short and the new powers makes up for the backtracking. But because Rayman 2's levels are big, it takes a while just to get to the area you couldn't go to before. And it's all for what? 1 cage and 2 lums? Actually, after collecting all the lums, I just realized that there is not a single big lum in this remake, even though it's in the manual. Some new additions like the new bosses are just okay. The BE tank is kinda cool. The other bosses I didn't care much. I mean, how do you make a good boss fight where Rayman can throw unlimited glowing balls? Oh, that's right, the combat system is different. So, I don't know about anyone else, but I find the combat system worse in this version. Like, yeah, the upgrades is used to improve the combat, but I only find rate of fire and charge shot useful. The others I didn't think are great. The blast charge shot seems useful, but because the charge shot is slow and the pirates are shooting pretty frequently, it's hard to get an opportunity to use it. Well, at least you get to see Rayman do a Kamehameha, or a Hadoken. And the bounce off enemy upgrade seems neat at first, but when the shots bounce off the enemy, the shot gets weaker. and oftentimes the weaker shots bounce back at the pirates, taking less damage. It doesn't help that you fight more pirates in this version. It doesn't make the pirates harder to fight, it just makes them annoying. I know Great Escape's combat wasn't good, but I never groan when a pirate shows up, and they don't throw a bunch of them at you. Also, it's important to remember that Ubisoft has never made a 3D game before. The only game they had to work off of was Tonic Trouble. Also, you know you can skip most of the pirate fights, right? I think the only thing I like about Revolution is the improved visuals in the worlds, at least in the first few levels. In the later levels, they're kind of in the way. Like the spiky vine models have collisions, so it's easy to ran into them. And in the prison ship, I'm dodging all of these obstacles, only to ran into a shelf. Look, my body is in juice. And I don't like the updated character models here. I don't know, they have an uncanny look to them. And all this new stuff makes me question, did Rayman 2 really needed a remake? The original game was out for 2 years at that point. Revolution almost feels like a different game. And doing some research, I found a cancelled game called Rayman Adventures. And not the one that we know today, but the one from 2000. It doesn't show any gameplay. It shows the logo and it looks like it uses the same font. And even the animation was reused in Revolution's trailer. Now, it's hard to say what Adventures is supposed to be. Maybe a TV show, or a sequel to Rayman 2, or maybe it would have just been Revolution with a different name. Whatever the case is, if Rayman Revolution was supposed to be a sequel to Rayman 2, but ended up as a remake, that would explain a lot. Anyways, I think it's fine for what it is, but I really don't consider Revolution as a definitive version of Rayman 2. I heard fans say it's a definitive version because the added content makes the game feel more complete, but does it though? Sure, the middle of the end of the original feels a bit rushed, but I never felt like it was lacking content. Just because this version has more content than the other versions doesn't make it the definitive version. Also, seeing the comments in my videos, I was surprised to see some new people wanting to get into Rayman. So, being the big shot Rayman dork I am, what do I think is the definitive version of Rayman 2? Well, I have the answer for you. There is no definitive version of Rayman 2. You can play any version you like. You don't have to play this particular version of the game just because fans or even the creator says it's the best version. Like, come on, that's boring. All of the versions are fine. Yes, even the PS1 version. I feel like everyone who calls this the worst version probably only played it once. I know it cuts quite a bit of stuff, but honestly, I think the increased difficulty and you get to play the cancelled Rayman 2 kinda makes up for it. Heck, I actually find this more enjoyable than the other versions, and the voice acting makes for some good meme material.
I can't come with you, my darling. Unglet wants to see me. Okay, bye!
I always play the N64 version because I like the aesthetic feel of N64 games, and the music exclusive to this version, and Rayman has shovel-shaped hands. You can't go wrong with shovel-handed Rayman. I don't think it matters whether this version has less content or this version is prettier, because at the end of the day, they're still the same game at heart, and that's really all that matters. Well, hopefully this means I can finally put Rayman 2 down, for now. Now what was I gonna do again? Ow! Ugh, fine.